Maxine.
Yeah.
This brings us on to a segment in the show. Cool. It doesn't really bring us on to anything. But it's a little segment in the show called What Happened on the Internet This Week?
This week.
I was going along the lines of, Harry Hill's TV burp. Did you ever used to watch that?
Yes, I did.
This week's Apprentice in a nutshell.
I don't remember that.
Do you not remember that bit?
No.
And then it would just be like a line from The Apprentice.
From The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
But Harold Hill.
Yeah.
Did you ever used to... That was a big moment in our house watching that every night. Not every night, every Saturday.
You give me such Harry Hill's TV burp.
That sounds like an innuendo. Ooh, I'm feeling a bit Harry Hill's TV burp.
You do, you just do. I can't explain it.
It's,
guys, agree with me in the comments.
Bush Push was Harry Hill. Bush Push!
Oh, maybe. That's kind
of
ringing a bell.
Somebody, I think it was on like Coronation Street or like Emmerdale or some shit. Someone got pushed into a bush. And then he just went, Bush Push! And then everybody around school started pushing people in bushes.
I remember
and
Slap a
then
Ginger
Verge
Day.
Emerge afterwards. Where somebody looks like they just popped out of a verge.
I do not remember this. Great guy though, Harry Hill. Hope he's still burping away. Do you remember Slap a Ginger Day?
I don't think we celebrated that at my school.
Well, we did, and it was awful. I used to fear for my friends who were ginger.
Who gives a shit?
They're just getting slapped. Everybody, I remember it so vividly. Someone posted on Facebook like, "This Friday is going to be Slap a Ginger Day at school."
Yeah.
And the school intervened, but even still, all the gingers were getting slapped.
Just put like a member of staff on each ginger.
What does that mean?
Just to
to protect
as
them.
Security.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just did but then what they did was they did an assembly on it and was like, we've seen
Don't
this.
do that, bring all the gingers to one place. Easy pickings.
Well, no. But then everyone was obviously looking at the one ginger person in the class like, how do you feel about this? Like, oh
God. Oh God. The plaster almost started flapping as it came. The burp came out then.
Don't Harry Hill's TV burp. Oh God. But yeah, Slap a Ginger Day. Wild times.
Have you ever thought about the fact that this is going to sound bad?
Okay.
Performing an act of
violence.
Let's call it an act of concentrated violence to a large number of people would be
mass murder.
So easy in a school.
Oh. What?
No, as in have you never thought have you never thought about how somebody could
I've not thought about shooting up a school, George.
No, when we were at
you?
No, when we were at school, I remember we were like, somebody said to me, they were like, I'm gonna do it. No, they went no, they said don't you think it's kind of crazy that if somebody did want access to all the students, all they got to do is pull the fire alarm, then every single person in the school comes to one location, and then they've just got easy pickings.
Yeah, but
that is that seems like a bad.
Yeah, but you could think about that about anything. Like, if I wanted to kill everyone in this building, I'd just go free ice cream outside, and I'd poison them all.
That doesn't work as well as a fire alarm.
All right, I'd pull the fire alarm and give free ice cream.
If you wanted to cull the obese population of Britain, maybe that's the way that you do it.
How dare you? I love ice cream.
Exactly, there you go. My sample size of one has worked. But no, that also there was another report would be that it's so easy. I was going to say, it's so easy for people to access schools.
You fucking nonce! No. What is wrong with you? You mass murdering nonce! What is happening?
As a point,
nobody tell him where the fire alarm is. Seriously,
as a point to say it needs to be worked on, because when I was at school, a man came in and started stripping to us. There was a man.
Is this where your little kinks come from then?
No, there was a man that entered our school at lunchtime.
Yeah, you told this story on the pod.
Have I told you this before?
Yeah, you've told me this. Yeah. He just stripped off. You described it
Don't
as like
ruin it, then.
religious dress.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. He was dressed in some sort of religious clothing.
Yeah.
He came into the school at
I
lunchtime.
still don't know what that means.
And every,
I'm picturing the Pope. Yeah, no.
And yeah, everyone was walking around. It was like a place of large footfall. There was a lot of kids around at this point in time. It was
People were in
lunchtime.
religious dress in a place of large footfall.
Yeah, and that this man had clearly calculated something here, and he then just started taking his clothes off, and we were all just stood there, like all the kids were just sort of like, what happens? We haven't been briefed for this. Do we go to the fire point? Like,
what did you do?
Fire assembly point? Oh, we just started joining in. No, we all just sort of stood and watched, because you wouldn't. It's not something you run from, is it? You
run too. I run too usually.
You're interested to see what occurs.
Yeah.
And what did occur is he just left his socks on.
Naked.
Yeah, the rest of him was. No, that was what was crazy. He didn't
just
take
left
anything off, and he had his socks on. He came
He took everything off but his socks.
Yeah.
So there was just this naked guy in front of you all.
Yeah, and then a few teachers came out the staff room, and
said, "Whoa, what horny business is happening here?"
yeah, they peered around the door like, you can't look in here, and they were just like, what's going on? And then one of the rugby teachers went over and just rugby tackled the bloke. That was the last we saw of him, fully engulfed by the rugby teacher.
I knew. Do you remember in primary school when you have to get changed in front of your fellow classmates?
What?
For PE.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
That's
like, no.
just like a little maths thing. Just come on, Max, at the front of the class.
No, like you all get changed in the classroom, don't you? Like there's no like boys go here, girls go here, because you're all like prepubescent little beings. Who cares what your little genitalia look like? No one gives one. Don't know why I'd say little genitalia and do this hand gesture. Anyway, there was this boy in my class.
Nice.
And I remember it so vividly because we were all so horrified. Weird. He was like we were all getting dressed, and this girl who I was friends with just screamed, and she was like, miss, he's got his winky out, because he'd just like taken his underwear off as well.
Yeah.
And then the teacher was like, whoa, said student, why have you done this? And then he was like, he burst into tears and was like, my mum has said I'm not allowed undies anymore. Like, she wouldn't let him wear underwear because he kept weeing in them. So her form of punishment was, you're no longer allowed to wear these until you stop pissing in them.
What, so he's just going commando to just piss his trousers? How's that a solution?
How weird was that? And then, on the spot, as this is happening, he starts pissing.
Well, proof's in the pudding then.
And now, oh my God, and get this, the last time I went home, my mum told me he is now our mailman. Damn. For our house. He delivers our mail. And I've seen his pissing little widge.
A widge?
Little widger.
What's a widge?
Little tiny widger.